Hello, everyone. Today, I would love to share a topic about the essence of Ethereum. So, a lot of people ask me about what is Ethereum, especially a lot of people who never heard about Ethereum, and they would love to have a um, fundamental understanding about Ethereum. So, I have been thinking about this question for a long time, and I think that we need to have a first principle explanation about Ethereum so that it can help us understand Ethereum better and help the people to understand Ethereum, help more people to understand Ethereum. So I think that Ethereum is not only a token and it's not only a blockchain, and it's also not only a platform that can um, enable a lot of applications. So what is the essence of Ethereum? This is the topic that I would love to share about today. So before discussing about this question, I would love to ask the question: what is an asset? This is an important question before we discuss about what is Ethereum, because Ethereum is an asset, and we need to clarify what is asset so that we can understand Ethereum more. So what is an asset? Actually, a professor, Robert Gier, has published a paper in 1997. This paper is, he gave us three requirements of an asset. So Robert said there are three kinds of requirements for an asset. And the first one is a capital asset, which means ongoing source of something of value on the basis of net present value of expected returns. It means capital assets can actually generate returns. So, for example, stocks, etc., they can generate returns for the asset holder. And the second one is consumable asset, which means you can consume it, you can transform it into another asset. It has economic value, but it does not yield on ongoing stream of value. So, for example, oil and some materials are also consumable asset. They can be consumed into and transformed into other assets. So this is the second requirements or the second kinds of asset. The third one is store value assets. This asset cannot be consumed, nor can it generate income. Nevertheless, it has the value. It is a store of value assets. So, for example, gold is a store of value asset. It helps us just store the value. So, this is the the three kinds of the requirements of characteristics of assets. So we can see that there are a lot of kinds of assets. For example, stocks is actually capital assets because it can help us generate revenue. And the energy is a consumable asset because we can consume energy into and transform it into the other assets. And the precious metal is like a store of value assets because it can help us to store value. And how about real estates? Actually, real estate is both capital asset because you can rent it out and generate money and revenue. So and also it's a store of value asset. So we can see that we can put all kinds of assets into these three kinds of requirements. And we can see that, this is the three basic requirements of all kinds of assets. So how about the Bitcoin before 2018? Actually, Bitcoin before 2018 is just a store of value assets. We can just, use Bitcoin to store our value. But what happened after 2018? Bitcoin become a capital asset because what happened? Because DeFi have enabled Bitcoin such as WPTC into a capital asset. We can stake WPTC to generate revenue in DeFi. So that is the change that make Bitcoin make Bitcoin into a different kind of assets. And what is more interesting is Ethereum. So before 2018, Ethereum is just a consumable asset because you can just use Ethereum as a gas fee. It's just a gas fee, So we can consume it and we can change it into the other kind of stuff. But what happened after 2018? So after DeFi summer, Ethereum actually become the first kind of asset in the human history that can cover all the three requirements of assets. It has become the capital asset that can generate returns. And it has also become the store of value asset because it had captured a lot of consensus. And the people think that Ethereum is a solid store of value asset. So this is really interesting because Ethereum is the first kind of asset that can cover all the three kinds of requirements. So Ethereum becomes the first kind of this asset, and it has generated a flywheel. So it is a consumable asset, right? So after DeFi came out, more and more Ethereum was consumed, and more and more Ethereum are staked on the Ethereum network. So it has become a capital asset. As more and more Ethereum are consumed, more and more Ethereum will be staked, and Ethereum will become a stronger and stronger capital asset. And as more and more Ethereum are staked, more and more people will think that Ethereum is a stronger and stronger store of value assets. And as more and more people think that Ethereum is such a strong store of value assets, more and more people will consume it. So it has generated a flywheel. And Ethereum is going to be stronger and stronger as the flywheel become stronger and stronger. So this is getting more and more interesting because the flywheel will run and run and run, and this Ethereum will be stronger and stronger. So this is the flywheel that I want to discuss with you today, and it will lead us to the essence of Ethereum. So we can see a lot of different kind of assets, and for example, Bitcoin is just a store of value asset before Ethereum, but Ethereum DeFi has made Bitcoin into a staked Bitcoin, and actually DeFi has enabled Bitcoin to become a capital asset. And for another example, Picasso splitting. This is just a store of value asset. And after ETH NFT came out, Ethereum has changed Picasso's painting into a capital asset. So Ethereum is also a platform or an ecosystem that enable the other assets and empower the other assets. So Ethereum is such a powerful platform and ecosystem that can, change the way people and the humans to use their assets and change the kinds of the assets. So let's discuss about this question. What is the essence of Ethereum? How can we compare Ethereum to the other kind of assets? So I asked this question to myself, and finally I find an answer. You see, for the assets in the human society, we can find a lot of consumable assets such as tax, right? Tax is some kind of consumable asset because you consume the money on your hands. And the capital assets, treasury bills are also capital assets. So it can help us to generate revenue. And also dollar is a stalwart value assets. So you can see that a country, they have the three basic assets that can make a country. So if you want to build a country or if you want to build a economy, you need to have these three kinds of assets in that economy, right? So if you look at all the economy, all kinds of economy, you need to have these three kinds of assets: consumable assets, capital asset, and store value assets. With these three kinds of assets, you can build an economy. So what is amazing is that Ethereum is itself are the three kinds of assets. Ethereum is not only a consumable asset, but also a capital asset, but also a store of value assets. So Ethereum is an ultrasound money, and by itself, Ethereum has the three basic requirements for an economy. So what is the essence of Ethereum? I think that Ethereum is a economy because itself have contained the three most important requirements assets of a whole economy. So when you explain um, Ethereum to the other people, you can explain that Ethereum is an economy. A lot of people use Ethereum to consume, or they use Ethereum to generate revenue, and they use Ethereum to store their value. So Ethereum is an economy. Ethereum can be used like tax. Ethereum can be used like treasury bills. Ethereum can also be used as a dollar. So Ethereum itself is a combination of store of value, consumer asset, and capital assets. So we can see that Ethereum has make itself a flywheel. After the conversion of Ethereum POS, it allows Ethereum to have the three characteristics at the same time and forming a flywheel. So for store value, more and more Ethereum is locked up as collateral for DeFi. More than 10 million Ethereum are currently locked in smart contracts. So more and more Ethereum are locked, and more people will think that Ethereum is strong store value asset. And After EIP 1559, any behavior on Ethereum needs to be, this need to destroy Ethereum, thus becoming, you know, Ethereum become a consumable asset. So more and more Ethereum are consumed, more and more people will think that this is, a strong store of value assets. And Ethereum is converted to POS, and owning Ethereum means you own a share of the whole Ethereum economy, which can capture the income and capture the revenue, and also the government's power, government's right in the whole Ethereum economy. So that means Ethereum itself is a capital asset. So more and more people, think that Ethereum is strong store of value asset, and more people will consume it, and more people will think that Ethereum will is a capital asset. So this is the flywheel that can make Ethereum stronger and stronger. So it can make Ethereum a strong economy in the future. And if the flywheel continues to run and run, Ethereum itself will become a stronger and stronger economy in the future. That is what I think the essence of Ethereum. Ethereum is not only a token, it's not only a blockchain, it's not only you know, uh, a public chain. It's itself is an economy that can enable people to store value, but also consume it as gas, but also stake it as a capital asset. That is the essence of Ethereum. Thank you.